The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Well, flashing back to last night, a really pretty sight in the night sky, our lunar eclipse, which we told you about for days leading up to it, so hopefully you didn't miss it. Chris Morris certainly didn't miss it. He got a really nice photo over in Bedford. You can see the reddish hue on the moon there. Of course, the eclipse is over now, but you can still send in your photos. The best way to do that is send them via Pin.it. That is available on our weather app. You can also head to our website, wsls.com/pins, if you want to see your photos on air, and we actually have a running gallery of those available on our website right now. So flashing even further back to yesterday afternoon, you might have remembered that it was pretty warm outside, and we actually had some record highs to tell you about. Danville's record high for yesterday, 83, actually was safe. They only got up to 82 in Danville yesterday. Blacksburg tying the record from 1975 of 76 degrees, and Roanoke and Lynchburg were quite warm yesterday. New records set for November 7th. 83 was the high yesterday in Roanoke, 84 in Lynchburg, but a big change in the temperatures as we're going about our Tuesday afternoon. The best anybody's doing with the temperature right now is 66. That's what we have over in Wytheville. Roanoke, you're coming in at 62. Lynchburg 63, South Boston matching that. We actually have a few places that are a little bit cooler. You can see Covington, Lexington, and Hot Springs all in the 50s. I think most of us are going to be peaking with highs in the 60s over the next few hours or so, and eventually we are going to cool down as we head into our evening. You can see the temperatures in the 50s by 7 o'clock, and then it's going to be even more chilly as we go into tonight. Looks like many of you waking up to temperatures in the 30s by the time you're starting off your Wednesday. So we're going to keep the quiet weather around. It is going to be cool at times through Thursday. Eventually, the next storm system going to be rolling in as we go into Veterans Day. That is Nicole. We've been telling you about that tropical system that is formed. It's heading towards Florida. It's eventually going to head our way. And then eventually behind Nicole, we expect much cooler and also some windy weather as we go into the weekend. So here's a look at where Nicole is currently located. It is now a tropical storm. It was a subtropical storm yesterday. You can see the track of that storm keeps it going straight towards Bahamas and Florida, eventually turning to the north and heading our way as we go into Veterans Day. We need to keep looking at the exact track of the storm because really the track it takes will determine our weather as we go into Veterans Day. A more easterly track would be good for us. It means less rain for us here in southwest and central Virginia. And then if we have the more westerly track, we would have more rain and also some wind. So this is what we're thinking right now for the potential impacts for Veterans Day. Most of us between 1 and 3 inches of rain. There is going to be the possibility of localized flooding, and we have a non-zero severe threat. So hopefully you will stick with us and we'll provide updates as we get closer to Veterans Day. I think the next 3 days pretty quiet though, which is of course good news for Election Day in the New River Valley. You can see plenty of sunshine on Wednesday in the Highlands. It looks like that'll be the coolest day of the work week, and then eventually some extra clouds possible on Thursday in Southside. That's out ahead of Nicole getting here. We actually expect that tropical storm to arrive in the area on Friday, sending a good chance of rain in the area. Right now, about an 80 to 90% chance of those showers by the end of the work week. Of course, Veterans Day, a holiday. And then eventually you see the weather does turn much more quiet, but also cooler as we go into the weekend. Alyssa, check out the high on Sunday, just 46.
Such a big difference from yesterday.